back with polished on. I'm probably gonna get out tomorrow because it is chipping like shit. But welcome to the MoshCast today. It's been a while since we did a MoshCast episode, but we're doing new albums, as our format said, and today is the first episode of that. We are going to do Paramore's new anticipated album that they came out since they came back together. I believe over 7 years, 6 years around then. The last album we did, it was Riot by Paramore, which is a great fucking album. But let's just say they took a different route with this one. So, expect a lot of things from this. Expect a lot of different meanings that Haley and all of them were in this one. It's a lot different than what you expect. So keep your ears open. Do not go into this like with Slipknot. Everyone expects, Iowa and old school sound. Don't expect that. There's going to be a little bit of hints in there, but there's not going to be like Iowa 2 or Riot 2. So just keep that in mind. But herewith, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Jason Bailey, from the MoshCast, of course, and yes, we do have a new format here. This is our first episode of the new year, of course. We haven't done an album review since November of last year, actually.
Yeah, because we did
it's been quite a while.
We did a bunch of throwbacks, and the throwbacks are kind of difficult because again, it's not keeping up to date. So we want to keep up to date.
And it got too tiring for us that we were not enjoying it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do we have a new format where we're of course doing new albums, interviews, keeping the tradition episodes too, and optional birthday requests and everything.
Yeah.
This is the first podcast episode I'm doing since I made this announcement to our group chats. I am no longer a full-time owner. I no longer own this full-time. I'm not in charge anymore. Luke is here. It's going to be the new main guy. He's taking my spot now. I'll still be around. I'll still take part in the interviews, take in charge of those, editing, helping out on Discords and everything, and basically the decision making is not going to be for me anymore. So, no, I'm not in charge anymore. I'll host if I need to. I'm only going to be a fill-in as a host if none of the main people are available, depending on my availability, of course. It's because of how life has changed and my new hobby, which I found. So thanks for the memories as a full-time owner. But yeah. This isn't my resignation.
Yeah. Also, I'll say that. I'm gonna do this for about, I don't know how long I'm gonna do the full-time thing and make decisions and such, but I will tell you that I'm going to get things done and end up the year on a high note because, as you guys may know, I'm going to college next year. So, again, my availability is going to be kind of difficult. And running the podcast is going to be very, very difficult. If everything goes out...
it hasn't been a party episode lately.
Yeah, if everything goes out, I want to announce this right now. If everything goes as planned and I get up to the program that I want to and, have everything done and under money and such for college, then I will announce that I will be done with podcasting. For at least for the podcast to crash and burn because I want to move on with life. I know it's a big risk, but it has to be done.
Yeah, and this wasn't an easy decision to make. No, but it has to be done. Life happens,
Life does happen, and all good things has come to an end. The spark does come to an end, but we're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that when things are developed. We just telling things how we see it right now.
Yeah. So, I'll say this though: it's of course it's not an easy decision. You find a new hobby, and you have priorities.
Exactly.
So, podcasting can't be our life forever.
Exactly. That's why our videos are there to see the memories and such. And I will, on my own, will do album reviews and such as well, same as wrestling as well. So I will announce that when we get there. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Haley Williams, Paramore, orange hair, looking harder than ever, and started twerking for some shit. I don't know why.
All right. Let's get into Paramore.
Let's get into it. So, the first song off this album is a single that came out, and this is the first single back. This is called "This Is Why." So I'll get into the memes, all that stuff in a little bit, and because I don't know this thing's gonna kick me out. But I will tell you this song, man, it's a very, very fun. I know probably meaning wise it's not, but just like overall how it was and how it felt very, very pop and very, very different from what they do. And it's very, very fun and funky. Haley does very, very well with her vocals in this one. And when I first heard this, Sid, shout out to them by the way. And um okay, I'll get into the main 1 second. But when I heard about this song before, it was different. And I was like, wow, this is very good. It's very, very vibey, very kind of indie a little bit. It's a whole thing vibe, and I love it. So Jason, what you thought of it? I'll got the meme by the way.
So dancey.
It is very, very dancey.
We're in a party. Woo! I'm just gonna say it's so dancey. That's my first impression. Wow, dancey song.
Yeah. So the meaning of this is
Go
from
ahead.
Haley. This song is for some challenges singer Haley Williams has faced as frontman of the world famous band, including constant pressure of the public eye and having personal issues broadcasted publicly. This song was also made for 4-year long time off. After it's a complete tour supporting After Rapper, it also made the first time Paramore started a new album cycle with the same members from the previous one. So, yeah, this is basically Haley just issues just as a band member, as you are the leader, you are, producing and different things like that, and that's hard thing to do, as a person. I mean, will I join a band? Yes, but will I take full responsibility being a singer? I don't know about that, but it's layable, you know. So the next song, another single off this album. This one is called "The News." I don't care about customer service right now. Fuck you, customer service at Bud Light.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I don't fuck beer, man. I don't fuck with beer. Anyways, dude, this song is basically the Back to the Roots shit. This song was Back to the Roots, and I love it. I fucking love it. For me, it's 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 the old sound mixing what they're trying to go for this album. Like, holy shit, Haley sounds sound like what she was doing with um who was it? Brand New Eyes. That's what it was. Brand New Eyes and After Rapper. That's what she sounds like. And she said that she wants to bring, flavor to every album for this album. I think she said that in the last song, but this one just hits different for me because I grew up with, like the pop punk and the pop rock, as a kid, and this just gave me that nostalgia for Haley. Yes, it's new sound and it's more indie, but there's still some old elements in there which I love. Jason, what's your part of it?
For old times, remember the good old standing ovation. So
yeah.
Okay, so this is a single from the album. This wasn't a single like before the album release, I guess.
Yeah, this is a single before the album release. This is the second one that released. The next one that is out will be the fourth song. But
yeah. So
one,
this was actually a fucking banger. That was that was really good. Not bad.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I don't necessarily know the meaning. Did they say what the meaning is? Let me check. I'm trying to see what. I don't see it. I don't see a meaning of the song, but I can have it analyze what it is. I feel like this is gonna do with just the news in general. Maybe it's something with politics. Maybe it's something how like mainstream politics how given the blind of hate for other people. They don't speak facts, for example, but they speak bias, and that's not good. That's what I think it is. But the next song is called "Running Out of Time." Well, hey, it's Niah. Anyways, with this song to me, first of all, I know what the meaning is. This is about her poor time management, and I'm gonna say it right now. I can relate. With time management, it's a thing. It's a very big thing where, in my personal opinion, when you're like say like you focus on one thing, for example, say like you focus on homework, for example, or math, reading, whatever the case it is, you're focused on that. Wow, so now to the point you forget about that and you waste your time and you zone out, whatever the case it is, you forget it. I think that's what she was going for this song, and you know what? I can relate to that shit, man. I don't necessarily know about ADHD or about autism, forgetting shit all the time, but I can relate to that. And honestly, this song, first of all, the intro, why do you remind me of SpongeBob? This shit reminded me of SpongeBob. The intro comes in, or the ending song comes in. Like, that reminded me of that when I first heard this album. Like, are they doing SpongeBob music? I would cool if they do that, but it's a great song. It's a great, 80s, 70s feeling song. And I like it. I like that feeling because again, it's going back to that time where it's more funk and synth pop in a way. And I like it. I fuck with it. Jason.
Yeah, that intro was a pretty weird intro, but as it went on, the song's gotten better. So
Yeah, I feel like the intro was a weird pace. I don't know necessarily they were trying to do that or what it was, but you know what? I'll be found. I'm bound. So the next song is another single that came out before this album came out. This one is called Keste Koboka. I like the difference that they try to go with this one. I think this is French. I think that this is French. Let me check. But I didn't actually hear the single when it first came out. But honestly, hearing this now, I personally like it. I personally like it. It is French. It is French. So this means it is what it means. It is what it is. That's what it means. It is what it is. So
it is
basically,
what it is.
this means Carrie Williams tackles her reality and accept that chaos is part of her life. Which is true, man. We live right now in a chaotic world. We know we deal with chaos every single day. Jason deals with chaos with pay-per-views when I do stupid shit in pay-per-views. Things like that. We have chaos all the time, good and bad chaos that happens. And unfortunately, bad chaos leads to, people leaving, and that's okay. That's okay to happen. As I said before, sparks are lit, and sometimes sparks are meant to go. Doesn't mean you hate them, doesn't mean you despise them. It just means you see them more different perspective and different lens. But that's what I see. Chaos is the big thing, and you just gotta learn that chaos is the big thing in this world now. We live in a chaotic world that of hate and bigotry, and I'm doing here. We're on nail polish. People are not going to accept that. They're going to think I'm Even though I am, kind of like that. I'm not saying kind of because I'm not fully gay, but you know what I mean. But, think different things like that, Like, we live in that world, unfortunately, that, if you're not a person, if you're a person of color, or you are part of LGBTQ, or you're just a different person in general with disabilities, you get shit on. Straight white males, they get what they want. But unfortunately for, people with disabilities and, the rest of that field, we don't get shit. That's just how it is. Jason, what do you find of the song?
Yeah, just be yourself, and that was not a bad song.
Yeah,
and it's cool of the route that they took in that song too.
Yeah, definitely a different route I expected. And when I first heard this, honestly, I didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me, and it's definitely growing on me for a fact. Which it's not my favorite song on the album.
Yeah,
but it's still a good song in personal opinion. It's not my favorite single, honestly. I like the news and This Is What better. That's just me. All right. Oh, the next one. Oh, this is we kind of went heavy, kind of bit not heavy lyric, but heavy instruments. But this is gonna be kind of heavy for lyric wise. This is called Big Man, Little Dignity. Man, Little Dignity talks about Um, I, I cannot think actually. I had it in my head, but I cannot think now. This is my life right now. So this one talks about men who are not held accountable for their actions. That's what they talk about here. Now, as I said, it's heavy lyrics, but not in these instruments, and this is the reason why I say that. Yes, I agree. The reason why I agree with that is there's a lot of people, a lot of men, they get away because either they're a celebrity or they get a lot of money and they do something criminal. Say like they SA somebody, or say like they murder somebody, right? Say like they do those type of crimes. They could possibly get away with that either because of money or because of a celebrity. There are not many people that held them accountable because either have a big fan base or they're just a big star. Like that's the thing about that. Yes, there should be people to be held accountable and for their action and trying to destroy humanity as a whole. So I agree with that. I mostly agree with that for sure. But there's people that try to get away with something that is not cool. That's something that is not right. And we see that more in time. There's people that get away for being a homophobe because their fan base, defends that, and that gets more of a fight than those people trying to hold them accountable. That's where the line is drawn. I personally agree with it. I think there should be more held accountability and all that stuff. But also, I say too, look for people's intentions too. Did they mean to do that, or did they not mean to? That's the intention you should look for. But for song wise, I like what they're going for here. I mean, yes, it's not freaking pop punk, whatever like that, but it's more what you get with 80s rock, for example, like that. 80s pop rock, for example. And I like what they're going for. Haley's voice really doesn't fit different sounds that they try. I don't necessarily know that she's just that damn good, or she's just, that talented. I don't know. But I think it's a good song. I definitely think it's a great song, though. Jason.
well, that's a nice chill song. It's brought a good vibe, and I don't know what else to say here aside from it's a really catchy song while Lucas is doing
I
something
got
there.
jump scared by my PS5. Listen, I pressed the thing, I said it to not be that loud, and it just said, woo! Please expect from me. Alright, so next song.
Craziness.
Normally, I'll say this about this song. If you can't kind of hear, it's a little bit back to the old roots again. If you heard the intro, kind of back to the little bit the old roots of the Paramore right there. Not that Ryan's, but it's more of Brand New Eyes as I see it. But my God, is to see that guitar and kind of seeing the going different sounds of that part of that element, like it's incredible to see. Definitely incredible to see that, and I love it a lot. I love it a lot, and um. Now, meaning wise, hold on, let me check the meaning before Jason goes. Um, so you first talks about it's basically a central theme of choosing good over evil within yourself. And that's basically what it's about. It's good choosing the evil within yourself by referencing a metaphor of wild animals fighting over scraps. So yeah, I mean, I will say this about that song. Like, it is a great song to see. And yeah, like sometimes you gotta choose what's right for you, or what's right for the situation, or the case it is. You gotta do what's best for you, or best for what's in that situation. But I'm glad what Haley does know what she's talking about with this song, and I definitely like the little callback there. That person, but Jason.
Well, so not bad. Not bad. A pretty decent song. Not a bad song.
All right, next one call is called Figure Eight. Haley. I don't know what the intro's about. I don't know what you're trying to do. A freaking Android intro. You got me doing this over here. Da-da-doo, 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 da-da-doo. But I will give this. I did not expect them going that kind of route again. They went back again a little bit of the element of the old roots again. Oh my God! Wow, did not expect. I was actually kind of headbanging to this song a little bit. My God, that was actually really good. Honest, low key, that might be my favorite because that might be my favorite off the album that is not a single. That might be. Okay. Going to meaning wise, since I'm gonna look this up on Genesis. Shout out to Genesis, by the way. Um, and they don't say nothing. What the fuck? What? Okay, they don't say shit about it. What? Huh? I don't know. Maybe they'll come up later, but it's whatever. Jason, what you got?
Well, this is a nice change of pacing. It's wow. It's pretty much a heavy song, one of the heavier songs off this record here, and they've done a good job, of course.
Did they stop recording?
Nope.
I'm back. What did you say, Jason?
It was a good song and a pretty heavy song. That's what I said.
All right. Oh, I fucking farted. Anyways. Yeah, with me, it's again a little callback. Great pacing to this too. Like the pacing in this album, like it feels different. Each song is not like super rushed, which is very good. That's the problem I had with Slipknot, for example. There was kind of rushed, my personal opinion. So they took a time with this, and they've been gone for 7, 6 years. So, oh boy, we're going to the heavy stuff now, lyrically. This is called Wire. I didn't want to feel. Oh God, that one hit me. That one hit me. My God. So this one talks about this song is about Haley's denial for falling in love with band member and partner Taylor York. And was finding her feeling because she thought she was wrong to feel them. During Paramore's interview with Zach on the 9th of February, was speaking on the song Live. She said, when somebody has ease to it, when somebody feels healthy and again break respectful, it must be wrong. I have thought that feeling, said to myself, this is just a convenient thing. You're just trying to go, maybe your ego likes it. I just mimicked anything that I could. This one hits me. You know, as many of you know, I went for a breakup this year. And unfortunately, no things didn't work out. And it went a bit scar me, and it led to all different scars of myself be out. And unfortunately, a lot of things happened during that time. And I'll be honest with you, when I heard that people were understanding and people gave me time and space, like when I needed something that I didn't want, things like that for different boundaries. For example, say I can make a boundary with you know podcast, for example, saying I'm stepping out for a little bit. They're gonna understand that because they know they've been in my shoes before, or they know what I'm going through and they understand why. I thought for me that was a convenient thing. No, it's not. It's not a convenient thing. No, it's a healthy thing to do. And they understand that. They know that for a fact. And I'm not used to that. I tell that Jason, I'm not used to kind of like you understanding what I'm saying, or not what Jason understands, what I'm going for. Like I don't expect him to understand it, but he does. Because either he's been in my shoes, or I know that he knows for a fact that he cares about me. You know what I mean? And that's what the song feels like. It feels like a healing song for me. That it's okay to feel what you feel. It's not good to deny what you got or what your feelings are saying to you. You know, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. If you're in a toxic relationship, for example, say I was in a toxic relationship, like I was, you're not gonna understand social cues of healthy relationships. That's what I'm trying to work. It's a difficult process, and I'm still working with that. But I will tell you, whoever's next to me, wherever I'm going through another breakup, or I'm actually gonna get married, or I'm gonna get engaged, or I'm gonna get a girlfriend again, or a boyfriend, whatever the case may be, or just a partner in general, if they don't label by anything, what I'm gonna bring the best that I can. And then it will not be perfect by any means. Oh my God, I was giving a speech over here, Mom. I know, it's all good. You're good. But yeah, it's difficult, to deal with that. But I understand. We'll tell Haley's here. And I didn't know she was dating. I thought she would look this shit up. That Haley was dating somebody in the band. Oh man. I don't know which one's K York. I don't know if it's the one with the long straight hair or the curly hair. I have to look it up. But yeah, it was a heavy song for me. So Jason, what you feel?
Yeah, that was a pretty deep song there. We touched on some very touching emotional topics to really get us into our feelings and express our feelings.
Exactly. And I'm gonna warn you right now, Jason.
Pretty good song.
I'm gonna warn for everybody else watching this, and people have not reviewed this album yet. The ending of the song, the last three songs in this album, is very, very heavy. So
And how many
just
songs we have left?
right. We got two more.
Okay, so okay, I see.
All right, we got Crave and Fit's go left. So this one is called Crave. you gotta do this to me right now? I just went through this earlier. Oh my god, this one hits me too. Oh, oh god, this one hits me too. So this one, let me go into the answer from Haley Williams. When guys show me Craig, I was pumped because we haven't had anything sonically feel like a long time. We don't give too much credit to nostalgia. We like to move forward, but with music, you can't escape the feeling. I was just thinking of why I've always missed the moment that I'm in because I'm too worried about what's going to be over. I feel that. I also have a feeling that um I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking that maybe it's a different, mental cycle. Maybe I don't know, but I feel like for me, I like to it because again, um, sometimes you just crave, things that you don't need to crave, unhealthy things or whatever the case it is. And I just feel like this song, it doesn't, have a meaning like, Liar does, but it feels heavy for other people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, that's why I feel for me. And I'm still recovering from the last song. I almost cried in the last song, but yeah, great song. Jason.
Well, that was a ride to go through. That
Mm-hmm.
was a ride. That was definitely a ride. So,
Yeah, it
pretty
definitely
cool
was.
song there.
Yeah. All right, last song of the album. Here we go. This one's called Faithful. Oh God. Haley. Uh, so fun fact: this song was the first song they recorded for this out for the album after Laugher. So I go to the lyrics and we're trying to, as hopefully this thing still gets connected. With interview with Fiscal, this song is about self blame. And it says this last song reflects on basic insecurities throughout our career. This shit people projected onto me all these years, saying the band is manufactured or that I'm using my friends or my own personal career advice. I decided to speak directly to those fears, even indulging the naysayers. This big thing, the last album of this era of our career, as part of the same contract I signed as a team. I just want to leave those fears and bullshits here. I'm not taking with me any further. Let me tell you, I relate to that shit, man. When it comes to podcasting, for example, um, there are some things I will leave on this podcast. You know, goofy shit, no. Me being total jackass, no. But I will say that, me not having a filter on this podcast sometimes does kind of hurt. It either hurts, other people, or it just hurts, when people see it. They think, I'm an asshole. No, I'm not. But also, not because of podcasting too, but it's just because of myself. That these people that I know from the past, when it comes to podcasting or just real life, there's people that project me as insecure, sensitive, weird. Why do you like this? Why you can't be normal? Call me different swears, and a couple racist comments before. Different things like that. And unfortunately, it's a thing that's happening. But I recognize and I know that these comments I keep getting or these things I keep receiving, those things for me now are just noise. I used to react as I want to be their friend. I used to act like I want to be with them. But as I grew older, that shit is not healthy for you. It's not fun. It's going to keep burning you out. It's going to exhaust you. So, I don't do that shit anymore. I don't care if people don't like me or not. I'm still going to be who I am. You be with me, beside me, or against me. That's how it's going to go. Yes, I'm still working on old scars. And yes, I had to move away from some people to figure out myself. But it was for me. I don't give a damn what you want. I don't care if it doesn't benefit you. I want this to benefit the situation and with myself. I do not want to put myself back in a situation that I almost did. That was nearly dying almost years ago. That's the one thing and one monster that I'm not playing that's going to come back. That's the bottom line. Jason, what you got to say before we get to our ratings?
Yeah. This song really can get us in our feels, and it's done just that. So that was a pretty emotional end to this new album, and you know what? A good album.
I think this is the last record. I think this is the last song off this. They did the last song with this record with. Well, I don't know, but I got to look it up. So let's get into our ratings. Jason, what's your rating?
I'll give this around a 10 out of 10. A pretty successful album.
I'm gonna be honest. I might give this a 9. Actually, no. Give me a 9.5. Actually,
Okay.
Almost a near perfect album for me. I feel like some of the pacing of it was kind of a bit off, my personal opinion. But the 70s, 80s feeling and the emotional songs and some of their old roots, that's a really good combo to have. And I love that they went with that sound, and I love the type of sound for me. So it's going to get a 9.5 for me. It's not perfect by any means. It's not the best album by any means, but it's still a really good album. They have not had a bad album, and you cannot tell me otherwise. So let's get into our outros and what's coming up and what I will do with the podcasting after. So Jason, you go first.
All right, so thank you guys for watching this episode of the MoshCast. It's good to be back here, and we'll be doing new albums going forward. You can check out Crash and Burn Beyond the Scenes, and I'll see you until next time.
I will announce the album that we're doing.
So, and Crash and Burn, we'll see you for Elimination Chamber. MoshCast next time.
All right. So I come up with a conclusion, and I do not know when I'm gonna leave, but expect the next 2 weeks. The week of the 19th through the 25th. Expect the upload of the new Priest of Veil album. So, expect that on the way. It should be in that week. I don't know why I'm waiting for the Mountains to do open house for Western Carolina. Shout out to the Catamounts, by the way. But I will do that. Follow my Instagram, Lucas.takes2336. Follow my TikTok, Lucas_Rainmaker. So, yeah, I will see y'all then. So, for Beyond the Scenes, we're going to do things on the fly. I don't know what we're going to do recording this week. We'll see what will happen. But I would say, when this Chamber's coming up, we're not going to do any recording for the pay-per-views and such beforehand, because you guys know we don't want to do that shit. So, next week, out of the next Chamber, expect Priest of Veil. I will announce, and I will say when. Just need to know when the availability is there. So, that's me. That's Jason. We'll see you for Priest of Veil.
All right. Until next time.
I just stop recording. No shit.
MoshCast!